Hello YouTube, Jay from J&T Custom Creations. I hope all is well with you. What we're going to do in this episode is we are going to finish our 5 to 7 coat oil pan conversion. In the last video I had said that I didn't like the last one the way that it came out, so I cut all out. I made this new one here. What we're going to do for this, we're going to focus on putting in our fittings for the twin turbos and the drain plug. So, now that we got this, I'm going to take this piece here. Now, I'm still indecisive on whether I want to put all 3 fittings on one side or one fitting on each side for the turbos, because that'll be easier, because then we can just run off the sides and up the fender wells and then in to the turbos where they're going to sit, and then have the drain plug just be on one side together. I'm not sure if I want to do that. Or if I just want to put all 3 on one side. So I'm still thinking about that. Right now I'm just going to cut these pieces here. I'm going to give this more thickness. So, because we're going to use a 8AN fitting that is 8AN on one end and National Pipe Thread or NPT on the other end, 3/8. So this is already 18 gauge, so I'm going to just weld another piece to it, give it some more thickness, some more threads that it'll tighten to. Alright, so what I've done is I've cut out the vacuum plate. Basically it was this piece of metal, and they just drilled and tapped some threads to it, and then they tack welded it to the bottom of the pan. All I did was I just drilled the holes out, and then I just welded it to the bottom of our new pan. Now it plugs in. There you have it. All right. Well plugged in. I'm just gonna leave that there so I don't lose it. All right, now, so we have our oil pan plug that's in, and those will be for the oil feeds to the turbos. Okay. Why do we need 2? I'd rather put this stuff in now, have a use for it later, than have to take it all apart and then redo it because we didn't do it in the first place. That's why we're putting these in. That's why we're putting 2 of them in. Alright, so we made our marks. Now we're going to just drill some holes. So now the idea is to cut this straight to Yeah, because I was in a rush. They're not exactly even. But you know what? That's okay. Not a big deal. It's not going to break the bank. But there they are. Okay, so we have our two fittings. 8N fittings. Now what I'll do is I'll clean this up, grind this down, and then put the bottom on. Then we'll give it a test to see how much of it leaks, and then fix whatever's leaking. All right, moving on. Okay folks, I lost my camera, so we're just going to do some still shots and I'll just tell you about it. So this is the pan. It has been rust proofed. I know it looks bad, but it's actually not as bad as these pictures are. It's the way that the lighting is showing it. There it is sitting on the engine. And then we had to readjust our oil fill neck to fit the deeper pan. And I just told T we were missing 3 bolts, so we got to get some new ones. Here are the motor mounts after we painted them, and there are the motor mounts and the oil pan installed. Here's another shot of it, ready to go back in the car. Alright, that's it for this one.